Like what you see? Give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all our latest adventures. Recently, the 40th anniversary of the eruption of Mount St. Helens occurred. Having learned about and hearing about this historical event throughout most of our childhood, Jason and I decided to head to Washington for this trip to explore Mount St. Helens and learn more about her history and the tragic event that happened on May 18, 1980.
Now, if this road is right, you start to spread your doubt and confuse my mind.
We arrived in Gifford Pinchot National Forest, where Jason mapped out an area where we could camp. Unfortunately, that area was currently under a logging operation, so we continued up the mountain to find a new spot.
Now when the hardest part is over, don't bring me down. Don't start to mark me there. We're almost touching the horizon. I thought we knew this all along. The ending would be frightening.
While there's a lot of great views here, there really aren't a lot of options for campsites, and the ones we have come across are taken. I'm kind of getting discouraged. But check that out.
That tray. You looked at me and said,
We're getting really tired and really hungry.
now when the hardest part is
Well, still keeping my fingers crossed, but the trail's getting tighter and tighter and the ruts are getting bigger, and the truck can probably make it, but we're just scared that the camper might tip, so we don't want that to happen. And so now we're just kind of looking for a place to turn around. It's getting dark, and we don't want to look for a spot in the dark because that always sucks. We continued down the trail a bit more to see if maybe we would get lucky and find a spot, but we ended up getting ourselves in quite a bit of a pickle. The truck was making it over the ruts just fine, but we didn't want to risk tipping the teardrop over, so Jason had to come up with some creative ways to get us out.
If I can get right there, pull up right there, and get the trailer turned around as much as possible, and then we can use the winch to kind of pull the trailer the rest of the way this way, and then I can just turn around and pick up the trailer. I hope so.
We might be living out here forever.
I don't know. I wouldn't complain. It's kind of nice out here.
I think he's gonna try to go down here where it's not as deep. Yeah, that's better. Jason had to place some big rocks in the ruts to even the ground out a little more so the teardrop could safely make it through. I don't know if you can tell how deep these are. I stand in it. It's about up to my knee. I think right now he's gonna back the trailer up into that part, and we're going to turn the truck around, rehook the trailer, and then go back up the way we came. And we saw a little pull out. I think we'll just stay there for the night before it gets too late. Once we got the teardrop successfully turned around, we still had to fight with those big ruts on the way back out. Yay!
We're free! We're free!
The rest of these aren't as bad and we should be okay, I hope. Well, it's not the ideal spot, but it'll do for the night. We're right on the road that we just got stuck on. But it'll do. Place to sleep. I'm gonna go put extra clothes on because it is cold out here. Huh, Sam? Yes, he's starting a fire. As soon as it gets going, I'm gonna go outside. I still need to eat too. All we've had today was some crackers and gummy bears. That's all we've eaten all day. So as soon as I warm up and that fire gets going, I'm gonna make a sandwich or something. It's just not staying. Well, I got my sandwich. We got food in our bellies. But I don't think it's gonna be a go with the fire because everything in this state is so wet that we can't even keep the fire lit because the wood is wet. And we bought this wood at a store here. So I don't think it's gonna be a fire for us tonight. Oh well. At least we got sandwiches. morning. That was a really interesting night. Neither of us got much sleep. So Jason woke me up once with a nightmare. He was screaming. So I woke him up and I asked him what happened. And he said that he had a dream that our trailer was just like rocking violently. And then he kept hearing sirens, but he had like sleep paralysis and he couldn't move and he couldn't wake up and he couldn't do anything about it. So that was really weird. And then I had a nightmare that someone got in our truck while we were sleeping in the camper and started driving off, but the camper was still attached and we were in the back of the camper just like riding down the road, and I was trying to wake Jason up. It was terrifying. And I was like, Jason, wake up, wake up, wake up. And he wouldn't wake up. And I was just laying there, like just riding on this crazy ride down the trail in our camper while someone was stealing it. And then I finally, like in my dream, I realized I was dreaming. And I kept telling myself, Denise, you need to wake up. And then I finally woke up and I was just like hyperventilating. And then I had a second nightmare that someone was looking in our window of our camper while we were sleeping. And I opened my eyes and like he was just like peering through and like no expression or anything, just like staring at us. And so like I just laid there like really still because I didn't want him to see me. And then but I was like trying to scream and I couldn't, and like my heart was just like pounding. And then again I just like kind of woke up and was like, whoa, that was really scary. And I really didn't sleep much after that because I was too scared. And when I was telling Jason about my two dreams, he went, oh my God, I had the same dreams. So it was so weird. He had a dream someone was peeking through the window and he couldn't like do anything about it, and a dream that we were being towed down the trailer like really fast. So that was our fun night. Hopefully this coffee wakes me up. After we had our coffee, we headed out to explore Mount St. Helens and to find a new camping spot. The higher we got on the mountain, the deeper the snow got on the road. We eventually had to turn around and go back the other way up the other side of the mountain. While driving to our new destination, we spotted a massive waterfall cascading down the mountain. We thought it might be Paradise Falls, but after looking on a map, we discovered it was a different waterfall, and we couldn't seem to find any information about it. It had to have been several hundred feet long. We also stopped at a really beautiful rainforest along the way. Our next stop was the Hofstede Creek Bridge. This bridge is the highest and longest bridge along the Spirit Lake Memorial Highway at 370 feet high, and it spans 600 feet across. It was built to replace the original highway that was destroyed by the eruption of Mount St. Helens. This new route is safer from potential debris runoff and flood damage. The bridge also won the 1996 Merit Bridge Award for a long-span bridge from the American Institute of Steel Construction. After crossing the bridge, we arrived at a great lookout point where you could see the lava flow created by the eruption. Oh my gosh.
Looks like South America.
It does.
cool is that?
Yeah, so like, I guess right there is the lava flow.
That's the lava flow, yeah.
Seeing it in person really puts it into perspective at just how massive and destructive the eruption was. Leading up to the eruption, several earthquakes were recorded on the mountain. By March 25th, an average of 4.0 magnitude quakes per hour were detected. On March 27th, tension released at the peak as it burst open, shooting steam 6,000 feet into the air and blasting a 250-foot wide crater. Smaller eruptions continued throughout March and stopped on April 22nd. On May 7th, the eruption started up again. By May 17th, the north side of the mountain had bulged about 450 feet. At 8:32 a.m., a magnitude 5.1 quake registered 1 mile beneath the volcano. The whole north face of the mountain then exploded, wiping out everything within 8 miles almost instantly. Shortly after, a second explosion occurred, sending a cloud of ash and gases more than 12 miles into the air. This eruption was the most destructive in U.S. history. 57 people lost their lives, 200 homes were destroyed, and more than 185 miles of roads were damaged. After seeing that incredible sight and learning about that unforgettable moment in history, we headed back on the road to find a new campsite. We unfortunately came to a road closure and couldn't get to the campsite we wanted, so we had to turn around again. But by turning around, it led us to a beautiful lake. Coldwater Lake was created during the eruption. After a turbulent blast shattered the forest, an avalanche of rock filled the end of the stream valley. A lake began to form. As the first plants sprouted in the barren gray landscape, this new lake had already transformed into a sparkling gem, bustling with life. It was getting late, and we had to head back into the Gifford Pinchot National Forest to find a place to camp. So we're not having a ton of luck finding camping near Mount St. Helens, but we have seen a lot of really cool stuff, like the lava flow and a lot of lakes, and I saw a beaver, which makes me really excited because I've been wanting to see a beaver for the longest time, like in the wild, and I saw it and he was chirping, and that made my day. That was the highlight of my day. And but so since we're not finding any place to camp around here, we're actually gonna head toward like Rainier area, right? Yeah, Rainier. And it looks like might be some promising places there. I think this area, and a lot of the roads are closed and stuff still, so off to the next adventure. Well, we just came up to our new route, and guess what? It's closed! So we're gonna find a different route. We're trying to head east now, where it's gonna be warmer and sunnier and probably lower elevation, so maybe no road closures. Hope we don't sleep on the side of a road again tonight. far, our new route is a success, with open roads and sunny skies. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join us in part 2 as we find a campsite and explore the Wenatchee National Forest.